guys, and welcome to my debut slash entry video. I am debuting Gladius 2.0. So if you guys do not know and you're joining my channel for the first time, this is my very first created live 2D model. And although I love her and it is a lovely model, I wanted to add some adjustments, and there are just things that are, I think, outdated a little bit with this model that I wanted to update. So I'm debuting my next form, which I'm excited to show you guys. But because this is also an introduction video, I want to show you guys my two models that I typically use on this channel. So this is Gladius, and Gladius was created from a moth logo. The moth logo being one of the first digital art paintings that I ever created. Yeah, it was a beautiful digital art painting back then that I thought was like so pretty. I created a logo with the moth with the help of another person, but that's beside the point. And so like I kept with the moth theme and decided to make Gladius. Gladius has served me well, but Gladius is also my very first model. And I am Luna. This is the second model I ever created. Luna came to me as an idea when I was walking on some trails, and I'm like, oh, that'd be so cute to create a lovely little Batgirl. And she's actually still to this day one of my favorite models, and I use her quite a bit just because she is one of my favorite models, and she was so much fun to create. She has like cute little expressions and her hair. I absolutely adore Luna. I don't know, I probably could use Luna for the rest of my time VTubing, but I do like Gladius, and I'd like the idea, and I wanted to continue on with Gladius. So you will see more Luna along with Gladius, but there is a little bit of lore between these two. So Gladius was actually a normal girl before she became a moth lady. She actually is more of a moth fairy, but let's go back in time. So Gladius actually was a young girl who was prancing around the forest because she loved the leaves and the forest and hanging out with the animals like the bunnies and the birds. And then one day she saw this pretty little moth, and the moth was glowing. She had no idea why it was glowing, and she decided to pick it up, but the glowing was faint and it was starting to die. And so she prayed over the little moth in hopes that it would live because she loved all animals. And then the moth, with its last breath, said, I will give you the power to be Gladius. And the girl then became the next magical fairy moth guardian. She was a forest guardian. So there you go. There's a little bit of lore with Gladius. And then Gladius later on met Luna. Luna was more of a guardian of the darkness, of the dark times of the forest, whereas Gladius is the light. So Gladius watches during the day and Luna watches at night, and they soon became best friends. Gladius did not remember much of her previous life. At that point, she was now a fairy that had to basically had a bunch of duties, and those were more important than her past life. Who cares about what happened with, college, and, maybe she was trying to learn how to become an engineer, but who cares about any of that, because reality was she was now a forest guardian. So now, it is time for you guys to meet the new Gladius, Gladius 2.0. What do you guys think of my cute little home? I made it. Considering I'm not great at making backgrounds, I'm kind of proud of this one. Look, I've got really pretty antenna. Changed a little bit there for sure. My hair is still pretty much the same, kinda. Hi! you guys? How is it going? Look, my eyes are different. I've got little, I guess, butterflies. They're not really moths. They're little butterflies in my eyes. Hey, look, I've got a lantern now. But look, I have now I have pigtails. Got pigtails, and yes, now I have a kimono. Look, isn't it pretty? I'm still on my mushroom. I'm still on my mushroom. I've got my mushroom. But I now have a kimono. And there's a few other features that go along with this model too. Like, aren't my antennae like super shiny? I spent some time with it for sure. I like my antenna. I actually really like this model. I think it's cute. It has a lot of my personality. I love the kimonos. They're so pretty. And look, actually I have a few more features with this model that I don't have with any of my other models. So I'm excited to show y'all. For one, look. A toggle! I could take it off, and look, I've got things behind it. And that's not the only toggle I have, guys. I've got one more toggle that I created. And look, it's a pet toggle. Isn't she cute? She's my fairy fennec fox pet. It's a cute little toggle. It's probably my favorite. I'm glad I made her. But a lot of things on this model stayed the same. Like a lot of my hair stuff, like my pose is still the same. I still have my same mushroom. I still have my same wings. So, I mean, some things haven't changed, but I did change a lot, obviously. More so like my outfit and my hair and my eyes. So next, I thought I would talk about what my likes and dislikes are. Since isn't that what you do in debuts? I'm going to talk about myself. Alright, so let's talk about my favorite things. The first one on this list is nature. I love nature. And I know another thing on this list is camping. So like they kind of go hand in hand. I love being out in nature trails. I love like nature things and being outside. It's so nice. I'm an outdoors person. Even though I do like this VTubing and art stuff, I would be living outdoors for the rest of my life if I could. I mean, provided that I have some shelter for like really bad weather. By the way, for those of y'all who don't know, I do have a little baby girl, and she's also one of my favorite things. Like, probably the favorite thing. But she's amazing. I love her, and you will hear her in the video. Next on the list is most anime. I like most anime. I'm kind of picky, though. I like anime that has a story. I'm not particularly a fan of like animes that are silly or like that are hyper sexual. So my favorite anime being Rurouni Kenshin, a classic, and I haven't watched full of the remake one, but honestly, even though I say anime, it's better as a manga. Like, Rurouni Kenshin is a huge classic, and it's amazing. If y'all haven't read the manga, it's so good. My favorite color is green. I love green. I also like blues. I like purples. I like all the colors. But if I had to pick one color, it would probably be green. Because I like grass, and I like trees and nature. So I like green. I don't know. Does that make sense? I like art, of course. I am an artist, so if you guys watch my channel, you obviously know I love to make art. I absolutely love sushi. It's my favorite food. Sushi is like, I could eat sushi almost any day, especially raw. The rawer the better. I love raw foods. Like, I love my meat raw. I mean, okay, I say that, but like rare. I love rare steak. Like, rare. Raw as you can make it, with it being, you know, to where it's edible. Because I don't want to die. I love to cosplay. I love cosplaying, and I love making my own costumes. Not just cosplaying like other shows, like my own cosplays. I love to cosplay. I love doing it. I love going to conventions and stuff and being all decked out in cosplay. In the past I've spent thousands of dollars on cosplay items. I have cosplayed a lot and spent a lot of money because it is not a cheap hobby when you get really into it, because when I cosplay, I don't want anything fake. I like the real stuff. Like, if it's going to be leather, it's going to be real leather. If it's going, you know, if I'm going to wear armor, it's going to be armor. That's just how I go. So I go all the way out. I like to go to the pool. And then I also like playing pool. So I don't know why I wrote that on here. Pools. I mean, I guess I like pools. I love Indian food. Oh, I love hummus. And I like... Wait. Is hummus Indian food? Or is that Mediterranean? I like it anyway. I love Indian food. I love masala. So good. But, so, like, my favorite foods are probably, like, sushi and Indian food. But if I were to pick one, sushi definitely tops it all. I love Coca-Cola. I try not to drink too much of it, but I like Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola being my bane. I don't know why. A good icy Coca-Cola, there's nothing like it. Nothing like a good icy. Like, go to that 7-Eleven, not a sponsor, but go to 7-Eleven and get a nice icy. It is so good. Or even like a McDonald's icy, or like even some gas stations. Like, oh, it is just heaven. Gardening goes along with nature. I love to plant things. I love planting things. I love flowers. I love going and finding different plants, and I love gardening. If I have the space, or if I have, you know, plants are expensive, believe it or not. And if I can, I'll get plants and plant. So I have plants at my house. I love animals. I've got 2 dogs, and I've got like 3 geckos. I used to own snakes, and I used to own fish. I don't anymore. I've had almost every pet known to like be pets. I've had, what do they call those flying squirrel looking things? Sugar gliders. I used to have those when I was like long time ago. I ended up rehoming them for reasons I'll have to tell y'all sometime. But I absolutely love animals. I probably would own any type of animal, ferrets or bunnies, if I had the time. But animals take a lot of work, and so I just try to stick to a very minimal, you know, amount of animals. Coffee. I love coffee. Guys, I have to have a cup of coffee. Cup of joe. Every morning, have to have a cup of joe. Either I go buy it from the store or I make it myself. I have to have it. It's a must. Actually, for a little bit, I was allergic to coffee when I first started drinking it. I drank it later in life because I didn't like it for a long time, and then someone's like, let me dress it up for you. Let me show you what good coffee. I think we were like at IHOP. We were at IHOP, and they're like, let me show you what a good cup of coffee. And I was like, oh, this is good. What, you can add all this stuff and make it taste good? Yes. And then I was ruined. And then my body started literally rejecting coffee. Like, I would get, if I had one sip, I'd start having extreme pain. But I didn't care. I pushed through it. I kept drinking it. And eventually, I had to give it up for a little bit because it got so bad. And then eventually, I started up again. And I haven't quit. So, a bad coffee drinker. I love coffee. I love video games. Video games. I'm a big nerd video gamer. I like League of Legends, anything Blizzard, and I like Teamfight Tactics from League of Legends. I also like RPGs, So, like, I'm always game to try a new RPG, but I'm not huge on shooters, and I will pretty much say it's because I get, like, motion sick. Literally, I get motion sick. Actually, when I was pregnant, I started playing Minecraft, and I got actually motion sick from playing Minecraft, and I had to go, like, hurl. It was bad. So some video games, yes, I can't handle them. Some video games I can. Minecraft is not typically one that I have to worry about, but maybe that had to do with pregnancy. I don't know. And then my favorite holiday is Halloween. I love Halloween. Like, Halloween is definitely like my jam. Because I love cosplay and I love like dressing up. I definitely love getting costumes and like dressing up for Halloween. Alright, so let's get on with disliked things, which are much less than liked things, because I typically am a happy person. I love things. But, disliked things. First one being bone marrow. I'm not a huge fan of bone marrow. I tried it for the first time recently, and I can't say I like it. It tastes... Too much TV. I know that sounds weird. I am an outdoors person, so like I get real cranky if like I watch a lot of TV and I don't get any outside time. And being around electronics, I know it sounds weird because I'm VTubing, and I make videos, but I actually love being outside. I grew up biking and we didn't spend all time on the internet and the TV when I was younger. My parents didn't have cable for a lot of the years of my childhood just because they didn't want to get it. So I biked. I was outside. And yeah, it goes along with being lazy. I'm a worker bee, guys. I am a constant worker bee. Laziness, I know it sounds really weird, but like there's a difference between being tired and like I just need a rest and lazy. Laziness just bugs me. It just absolutely bugs me. And so I don't like being lazy. And I hate to say it, like, I mean, if you're not in my vicinity, I don't care. But like, if you're a close friend or like a close relative and you're lazy, it will bother me. I'm just not gonna even lie to y'all. It will bother me. I'm just like that. Musicals. I don't like musicals. I'm not a huge fan of like watching a song throughout the beginning to end. I mean, I'm not against all of it. Like, I like some musicals, but in general, like, I'm not gonna sit there and watch a musical. It's not my thing. It just isn't. Plain tea. I like flavored tea. I like flavors. I don't like just plain green or black tea. Not a fan. And plain coffee. I have to have some awesome in my coffee. I'm not a huge fan of just black coffee. I love coffee, just not black. I'm not a huge fan of the taste of just raw beans. Olives, it depends. Okay, so olives are kind of weird. If it's with cheese, I'll eat them, but like typically I'm not a fan of olives. Don't put it on my pizza. Not a fan. Heights, I'm afraid of heights. Like, if you were to take me to the edge of a cliff, I would probably freak out. I am not a huge fan. The sight of blood. This one is kind of weird. So like, with the sight of blood, I can handle like certain things, but like if you were to show me like open heart surgery, I'd probably freak out. Or if you were to show me like someone drawing blood or someone like taking blood out, I don't know why it freaks me out. The last thing that I don't like is zombies. Not a huge fan of zombies. So guys, what's the goal of this channel? Well, the goal of this channel for me is to basically VTube and to show you guys what I enjoy and what I like. And hopefully you guys can join that journey with me. I primarily do art, so I will be doing a lot of art stuff for you guys. But I also really like playing video games, so I will be playing some of those. If you guys enjoyed this intro video, please like and subscribe for more content and awesome stuff for the future. And guys, I always say to my followers, if you guys are creators, don't quit creating, don't give up, and have an awesome day.